Hey guys, welcome to the very first ever casual plastic modeling video. Just opened up this really old Miller SNJ monogram kit from right about 1983, 1/48 scale, and I thought, you know what, I probably should have brought you guys along for the ride, since it's the first time that this kit had seen the light of day since probably about 1983. And I honestly think that this kit doesn't get enough love. I mean, it's a very typical monogram kit, of course, from your 1970s through pretty much late 1980s. Same level of detail. Monogram has reboxed this exact same mold. I don't know how many times, but I always thought that this was the coolest version of it. Miller SNJ, so it's the Miller Squadron Miller Sky Typers, which they've been around for probably a good 50 years at least now, I would say, doing the air show circuit, doing the sky typing, doing the messages in the sky. Just like a dot matrix printer. If you ever wanted to, if you're ever interested in that, there's a lot of different documentaries on YouTube about how they do that. And they still do that to this day, only of course it's not Miller High Life, it is the Geico Sky Typers. It's the exact same organization. And it's the exact same aircraft, actually. Unfortunately, I think a couple years ago, one of them did crash and took the life of the pilot. But other than that, they are all still the same aircraft. So yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at this bad boy real quick. Good old Miller SNJ. A little bit of information about the Sky Typers and, of course, the model itself. Very, very usual monogram boxing style. Usual monogram loose parts. And yeah, here's what the sprues were originally in. Got some pretty nice, thick, clear canopy glass. Again, if you've built one monogram kit from this era, you've built them all. I mean, you know exactly what to expect. I believe these are formation lights that go on the belly of the aircraft, and then this here is lights for the wings. And your typical raised panel lines from that era. Lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of rivets. Detail, of course, is decent, but nothing to write home about. Nothing anywhere near like a Tamiya kit or something like that. But still, it gets the job done. And as you can see there, this was molded both in silver and light gray. Two different kits. Copyright, all rights reserved, blah blah blah, no date on there though. And here is the starboard side of the fuselage. Very nice. A little bit of detail for the cockpit. And there is the passenger or co-pilot, if you so choose to paint him up and put him stepping into the back cockpit of the aircraft. Yep, just your very basic monogram detail from that time period. Port side. And again, they did so many different variations of this aircraft that you do actually have a machine gun right here, and it comes with two different cowl options. This is the one with the machine gun. And then on the other sprue that I just showed you is just the straight up smooth cowl. And that, I think, is one of the coolest parts of this entire kit. Yeah, of course, it has your 1970s, 1980s detail for a kit, but there are so many different ways to customize this. Even if you just want to customize it via decals. I mean, there is just tons of decal sets on eBay for this for 10 to 20 bucks. I mean, you can do pretty much any country in the world that operated the SNJ or the AT-6 Texan, which is basically every country that's ever existed, because this aircraft was used by pretty much everyone. I've got decal sets, of course, for the 1940s, 1950s Navy, the United States Army Air Force, and the Air Force when it was just separated from the Army Air Corps. I've got decals for Mexico. Just a ton of different things that you can do with this. And I've got several of these kits just waiting to be built. Quick built and decaled however the heck I want to do them. I don't put a whole lot of detail in my kits anymore. I used to put a ridiculous amount of detail, but now it's just, you know, like the name of the channel says, it's casual plastic modeling. It's just about having fun. This decal sheet is absolutely immaculate. I mean, it's absolutely perfect. It is as perfect as the day that it was printed, which was some point in February of 1984. So yeah, this kit is actually almost exactly 40 years old. 40 years and 1 month. And your instructions. Typical Monogram instructions. I'll show you a little bit of these. But I mean, again, very straightforward. And in my opinion, it makes a very nice looking kit. Painting instructions for the co-pilot. Painting instructions for the pilot themselves. And it comes with decals and registration numbers for aircraft 0 through 5, which I believe now Geico does 1 through 6, if I remember correctly. But they're the same aircraft, other than the one that was unfortunately lost. It's all the same. It's all the same SNJs. Go ahead and put this back in there as I found it. And of course, as I do this, more and more, I'll get better at it. Going to be doing, of course, more unboxing of older kits. I have a ton of old kits. And new kits as I get them. And, of course, going to do some full builds. Probably not going to bore you guys with my talking in the background when I do builds. It's mostly just going to be probably some decent music in the background, so you guys don't get bored of listening to me drone on and on and on as I have with this kit. But anyways, if you're into it, go ahead and throw it a subscription. Greatly appreciate it. It's totally free and you can change your mind at any time. Throw a thumbs up if you like this video. Share it so people know that this channel is around now. This is actually my second channel. I have a main channel called Coin Snobs with my friend Keith, but thought that since this is another one of my nerdy interests, I might as well bring you guys along for the adventure and show you some of the stuff that I got. Until next time, guys, love you all, God bless, and we'll see you soon. Happy modeling.